अमृत की खान दे दो, करुणा के चार छींटे करुणा निधान दे दो।
हे ज्ञानवान भगवन हमको भी ज्ञान दे दो।
तुम देवता हो सबकी बिगड़ी बनाने वाले, तुम देवता हो सबकी बिगड़ी बनाने वाले, बिगड़ी बनाने वाले। जीवन सफल बने जो थोड़ा सा ध्यान दे दो, करुणा के चार छींटे करुणा निधान दे दो।
हे ज्ञानवान भगवन हमको भी ज्ञान दे दो।
डर है पथिक तुम्हारा रास्ता न भूल जाए, डर है पथिक तुम्हारा रास्ता न भूल जाए, रास्ता न भूल जाए। भक्तों की मंडली में हमको भी स्थान दे दो, करुणा के चार छींटे करुणा निधान दे दो।
हे ज्ञानवान भगवन हमको भी ज्ञान दे दो।
हे ज्ञानवान भगवन हमको भी ज्ञान दे दो।
हे ज्ञानवान भगवन हमको भी ज्ञान दे दो।
करुणा के चार छींटे करुणा निधान दे दो।
हे ज्ञानवान भगवन हमको भी ज्ञान दे दो।
सुलझा सके हम अपने जीवन की उलझनों को, सुलझा सके हम अपने जीवन की उलझनों को, जीवन की उलझनों को। प्रचारितम भरा से बुद्धि का दान दे दो, करुणा के चार छींटे करुणा निधान दे दो।
हे ज्ञानवान भगवन हमको भी ज्ञान दे दो।
यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, लेकर उगती रवि की लाली, लेकर उगती रवि की लाली, नित्य वसंती हरियाली, नित्य वसंती हरियाली, यह ले लहरे आता है, लहरे आता है। धरती को जागे पार चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, जब गोली गोले बरसेंगे, जब गोली गोले बरसेंगे, ये सिर कत कत कर सरसेंगे, ये सिर कत कत कर सरसेंगे। अम्मा के भीषण आंगन में, अम्मा के भीषण आंगन में, हंस हंस के भाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, पर्वत को कह दो नम जाए, पर्वत को कह दो नम जाए, सागर को कह दो तम जाए, सागर को कह दो तम जाए। यह एक बनाने दुनिया को, यह एक बनाने दुनिया को, उमरा है अनुराग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, अब प्रेम सचाए विद्या का, अब प्रेम सचाई विद्या का, यह झंडा लहराया बाका, यह झंडा लहराया बाका। हिंसा पखंड अविद्या से, हिंसा पखंड अविद्या से, कह दो अब तुम भाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, यह ओम का झंडा आता है, यह ओम का झंडा आता है। सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो, सोने वालों जाग चलो।
Namaste. and welcome all, a heartiest and warm welcome to all in this virtual program. As we begin today, you've just heard the Omka Janda Bhajan presented to us by the youths of the Arya Spiritual Center, Arya Virdal. And with that, setting our tone for the next 3 hours, I hope that we all find that light starting to shine and continue to shine as we continue this program of Stapna Diwas Arya Samaj Foundation Day, April 10, 2021, celebrating the 146th anniversary of Arya Samaj. I am your humble president, Bahan Jaiwanti Devi Laknath, known to many of you as Devi. And again, once again, I humbly welcome you to this virtual program. On other circumstances, we would have been assembled at the Arya Spiritual Center ground for an open Havan. I congratulate all of you for taking your time this morning to participate from your home, either you're inside, indoors, or you're outdoors. I hope that this moment of offering and reflection and messages come true to rekindle and move us forward as we keep on propagating the Arya Samaj throughout our lives for the next generations to come. Thank you and namaste. To continue our program, I call upon Bahen Kamini of Arya Samaj USA. She will render us the welcome Geet this morning. Swagat Sabha Jana. Kamini, over to you. Kamini, are you there?
You have to unmute yourself. Tell her to unmute.
Kamini, unmute your microphone so we can hear you. Kamini, please, by Balaram, please unmute Kamini's microphone so we can hear her.
Yeah, one second. We're getting her online right now. Stand by.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she's online. Bahan Devi, can we call upon Didi Amrita for the next bhajan? Yeah, you have to unmute. Go ahead, Davey, you have to unmute.
We'll move on with the next item on the program while Kamini get herself together on the virtual system. We'll move on with a bhajan from Pandita Amrita Singh from Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul. As we all know, Pandita Amrita Singh is a practicing Pandit here in New York under the leadership and auspices of Dr. Satish Prakash and Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul. She's also a scholar of Sanskrit and a very avid singer. And over to you, Pandita Amritaji. Pandita Amrita. Send a message personally.
Pandita Amritaji, if you're online, can you raise your hand? We don't see your name.
Pandita Amritaji is not on.
So, Didi,
I will call upon, sorry.
Auntie Davy, so basically, Pandita Say class is running a couple minutes late. So there are a couple people that are signing off Pandita Satesh's class right now and joining.
Okay.
My dad just got a text from Pandita Amrita.
Is Byron Beer online? Amrita, sorry. Kamini is on. She's under the name of Arya Samaj USA. Could you look up and focus on her, please?
Got it. Stand by.
Yes, she's on.
Yes, go ahead, Kamini. We shall all join in singing the welcoming bhajan. स्वागत सज्जन इस मंदिर हो स्वागत सज्जन इस मंदिर हो भक्ति स्वाद की दाय सुंदर सुमधुर गान हमारो रंजन सब नरना स्वागत सज्जन इस मंदिर
Thank you, Kamini, for that soulful bhajan as you set the tone for the moments to follow. I take this opportunity now to bring on our welcome address from Bhai Ranbir Singh from Arya Samaj, New York, Hillside Avenue. Ranbir ji, you may make your presentation.
Namaste everyone. Before I welcome everyone, I would like to wish everyone a very happy new year in 2026 Samvat, 2076 Samvat, Hindu New Year. Not per the Gregorian calendar, but as per the Hindu calendar. A very happy new year which begins today. I welcome everybody, all the Aryans who have joined here, who have taken out time from their busy routines. The whole world today is celebrating. Can you hear me? If you can, anybody raise the hand, please, so that I can see.
We can hear you clearly.
Oh, thank you. In fact, when you go on stage, the reverb is there so you can hear, but once you are on Zoom, we don't hear ourselves, so we don't know. You know, the world is celebrating 146th Foundation Day of Arya Samaj with a great zeal. As we all know, I would not go into the history that Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati founded the first Arya Samaj in Bombay in 1875 on this day. When I was told by Behan Devi yesterday that I've got to speak on this occasion, I was sitting with few friends of mine and I asked them, do you know what is Arya Samaj? They said, we do not know what is Arya Samaj, but we know what Arya is. What does Arya mean? There were very few people who came out. It was a gathering of about 11 people at my place. Some said, oh, you know what? That only means the best, the excellent. Some said dynamic, some said dutiful, some said, oh, cool-mindedness. I don't know how many Arya Samajis are cool-minded, but this was one of the things that came up, that cool-mindedness. One person knew, he said, that means noble. Yes, it means noble. I fully agree that Samaj is a society or a group of people, group of noble people. We noble people, as we call ourselves, let us be on this foundation day, look into ourselves, into our hearts and see how noble are we. And are we trying to make this society noble? Prinmanto Vishwaryam, are we trying to make this society noble? How many of our neighbors we've tried to make them noble? Maharishi said, Vedon ka padna padana Aryon ka param dharam hai. How many of us have read Vedas ourselves? Padhana, to teach Vedas. How many of us have first read the Vedas? And if we have read, how many of us have taken pain to go and teach your own children or your neighbors? Let us take a pledge that today, on this 146th Foundation Day, we read at least one page of Veda every day. Once we have done that, the next day, let us read that to our children. As Aryans or people who believe in Arya Samaji, once in the childhood, if you are an Arya Samaji, you will stay Arya Samaji for the rest of your life. You can never change. We know it. We know it from ourselves. Dear Aryans, once we cannot change, if we teach our children also to be Arya Samaji, they will never change. They will stay Arya Samaji. What happens is, my wife, when I got married, she wasn't an Arya Samaji. She was in Sanatan. She used to go to the temple. But over a period, she became Arya Samaji, staying with me. But how many times it has happened the other way around? You get influenced by your partner, your spouse, and you start going to the other sector. Let us ensure as Arya Samaji, we make our spouses join Arya Samaj. And once you become an Arya Samaji, you start loving Arya Samaj. Today morning, I was reading something, somebody had sent me from Mahaguru WhatsApp, that Winston Churchill once hired a taxi to go and speak in the parliament. When he was going, he asked his cab driver when he reached that, can you wait for me for 40 minutes? I'll be back and you take me back home. The cab driver said, sorry, I've got to rush home. I've got to listen to a speech from Winston Churchill, not knowing that he's taking Winston Churchill to the parliament. Winston Churchill inside was very happy. He took out 20 pounds, gave it to the driver and said, thank you. The driver, looking at that 20 pounds, which was a large sum at that time, became very happy. And with that 20 pounds, looking at the person who he had carried, said, to hell with Winston Churchill's speech, I'll wait for you. I don't know who that man is. He will again speak. That quick, the decision changed. The principle of that man who was saying he has never missed a word from Winston Churchill, with $20 he was sold. 20 pounds, I mean. We Arya Samajis are not like that. No matter what comes in our way, we stay Arya Samaji. But a true Arya Samaji will only be a true Arya Samaji if he also ensures that the whole family is an Arya Samaji. Today, when we go to Arya Samaj temple on Sunday, if the program extends by 10 minutes, we start looking at each other. Hey, when this program will be over? It means we are not enjoying the program. We are just there because we have to be there, and it is one of the things that we do every Sunday or whenever the temple is open. Let us not look at our watches at that time. Let us enjoy the program. I can speak too much on this one, but time is short. Thank you very much. I once again welcome everyone. Namaste.
Thank you, Ranbir ji, for that inspiring speech reminding us of our commitment and convictions towards the Arya Samaj. To move along to the most important part of our segment today with our Havan Yajya Pratna, we have with us our esteemed Pandits, Pandit Deepak Raman from Arya Spiritual Center, a lead Pandit there at Arya Spiritual Center, and Pandit Kamta Prasad from Arya Samaj USA will be our lead Pandits today as we conduct the Sandhya and the Havan. Over to Pandit Deepak ji. Namaste and welcome.
सभी को नमस्ते। आज बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिन है। आर्य समाज की जन्म दिवस हम मना रहे हैं। My dear elders, mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters, today is a very important day. Today we are celebrating Arya Samaj, the birthday of Arya Samaj. And in the same way that we celebrate our own birthdays, let us give thanks to Parampita Bhagavan. Let us fill our hearts with gratitude that we as Arya Samajis have endured for 146 years, and we continue to progress, to prosper, and to grow and develop. So I ask you all, let us join in the devotional segment of this morning's program with love, with devotion, with a heart full of gratitude that Almighty God, Parampita Bhagavan, will continue to bless us and to inspire us on the way forward of the Arya Samaj. This morning we will perform Sandhya, Upasana, and then we'll have Havan. Pandit Kamta ji will also be assisting in this morning's Upasana. As you sit comfortably wherever you are, we just bring our bodies to a state of relaxation. We bring our thoughts, our attention, our consciousness, and our awareness to this present moment as we begin Sandhya Upasana. We'll chant Om 3 times and then Gayatri Mantra, and then we begin with the Archman. Om Bhurbhuvah Swah Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Atha Achman Mantra. For those of us who are participating actively in Sandhya, you will take water. First rinse your palms and then take some water in your right palm. Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shayorabhisravantu Naha. Devi Swarupa Ishwar पूर्ण अभीष्ट कीजे यह नीर हो सुधा में कल्याण दान दीजे. नित रिद्धि सिद्धि पर से हित हो सदा हमारा, बहती रहे हृदय में संदर्भ प्रेम धारा, संदर्भ प्रेम धारा. We sip water 3 times. And now, Atha Anga Sparsha Mantra, touching the limbs and organs of the body, we thank Almighty God, Parampita Bhagavan. Om Vak Vak, Om Pranah Pranah, Om Chakshus Chakshuh, Om Shrotram Shrotram, Om Nabhi, Om Hridayam, Om Kantha, Om Shirah, Om Bahubhyam Yasho Balam, Om Kartal Kar Prishthe. Atha Marjan Mantra, again, touching the various organs and limbs of the body. We pray for their health, and we pray that this entire body will be healthy to perform noble works. Om Bhu Punatu Shirase, Om Bhavah Punatu Netrayoh, Om Swaha Punatu Kanthe, Om Mahah Punatu Hritaye, Om Janah Punatu Nabhyam, Om Tapah Punatu Padayoh, Om Satyam Punatu Punashirase, Om Kham Brahma Punatu Sarvatra. Atha Pranayama Mantra. Acknowledging the supreme importance of our breathing process and the importance of prana, we chant these mantras. After taking a deep breath in, then we chant on exhaling 3 times. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvah, Om Swaha, Om Mahah, Om Janah, Om Tapah, Om Satyam. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvah, Om Swaha, Om Mahah, Om Janah, Om Tapah, Om Satyam. Om Bhu, Om Bhuvah, Om Swaha, Om Mahah, Om Janah, Om Tapah, Om Satyam. Atha Aghamarshan Mantra. Surveying this wonderful creation, we say, Lord, you are such a creative force. You are the energy, the creative energy in this world. Endow us with creative energy as well. Om Ritam cha Satyam Chabhidhatapasodhya Jayata Tato Ratri Jayata Tatah Samudro Arnavaha. Om Samudra Darnava Dadhi Samvatsaro Vajayata Ahoratrani Vedadhad Vishwasya Mishato Vashi. Om Surya Chandrama Saudhata Yatha Purvama Kalpayat Devam cha Prithivim Chantarikshamatho Swaha. Performing Achman again. Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shayyorabhi Sravantu Naha. Pandit Kamtaji will now lead us from here in the next segment.
Okay, the 6th performance of the Sandhya Mansa Parikrama, certifying the presence of God in all directions and expressing gratitude for the bounties he provides for achieving perfection. Om Pratichidik Agnir Adhipatir Asito Rakshita Ditya Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Namaha Ishubhyo Namaha Ebhyo Astu Yo Asman Vishtiyam Vayam Vishmastam Vojambhe Dadmaha Om Dakshina Dig Indra Dipatistira Chiraji Rakshita Pitari Shavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Namaha Ishubhyo Namaha Ebhyo Astu Yo Asman Dvishtiyam Vayam Vishmastam Vojambhe Dadmaha Om Prati Chidik Varuno Dhipati Pradako Rakshita Nama Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Namaha Ishubhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yo Asman Dvishtiyam Vayam Dvishmastam Vojambhe Dadmaha Om Udichi Dik Somo Dhipati Swajo Rakshita Shanir Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Namaha Ishubhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yo Asman Dvishtiyam Vayam Dvishmastam Vojambhe Dadmaha Om Dhruva Dig Vishnur Adhipati Kalmasha Grivo Rakshita Viryudha Ishavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Nama Ishubhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yo Asman Dvishtiyam Vayam Dvishmastam Vojambhe Dadmaha Om Urdhva Dig Brihaspatir Adhipati Svitro Rakshita Varshami Shavaha Tebhyo Namo Dhipatibhyo Namo Rakshitribhyo Namaha Ishubhyo Nama Ebhyo Astu Yo Asman Dvishtiyam Vayam Dvishmastam Vojambhe Dadmaha. And we go into the seventh performance. Upasthana, feeling the living presence of God after having direct vision of Him. Om Udvayam Tamasaspari Swapashyanta Uttaram Devam Devatra Suryam Aganama Jyotir Uttamam Om Udtyam Jata Vedasam Devam Vahanti Ketavaha Drishe Vishwaya Suryam Om Chitram Devanam Udghada Anikam Chakshur Mritasya Varanasya Agne Apradyava Prithviyantariksham Surya Atma Jagatastastu Shascha Swaha Om Takshakshur Deva Hitam Purasta Chukramucharat Pashema Sharada Shatam Jivema Sharada Shatam Srinuyama Sharada Shatam Prabhavama Sharada Shatam Adhinasyama Sharada Shatam Bhuvayascha Sharada Shata. Continue.
Atha Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. My dear friends, as we chant Gayatri Mantra this morning on the 146th anniversary of the founding of Arya Samaj, we say, Parampita Bhagavan, our hearts are so grateful that we have Arya Samaj today. Gayatri Ma, bless us in such a way that we will continue to be inspired. Our intellects will be illumined to see a very progressive and prosperous way ahead for our Samaj. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Atha Samarpan Vakyam He Ishvara Dayanidhe Bhavat Kripaya Nena Japopasanadi Karmana Dharmartha Kama Mokshanam Satyah Siddhir Bhavinah. As we come to the final mantra of Sandhya, our hearts are full of gratitude. We express our happiness and our contentment, and we say, Lord, thank you. We feel so happy and grateful for the wonders, the miracles, and the great work that our Arya Samaj has done and that we have done over the years. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivtaraya Cha. He Mangalesha Shankar Mangal Karo Hamara Pavan Prakash Pai Paramarth Punya Dwara Parijyan Pe Pilado Avadhar Agadh Dani Teri Sharan Mein Aaya Hai Bhakt Ye Bhavani Hai Bhakt Ye Bhavani. And now I bow to thee, O Lord of calm, O God of peace and Lord of bliss divine. Thy grace supplies to burning hearts a balm. Thy blessings in my right desires shine. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Iti Sandho Upasana Vidhi Samaptaha. Atha Agnihotram. Dear friends, as we continue in this program, in our devotion, we will now perform the Agnihotra. And in the beginning, we will also do the Sankalp. Om Tat Sat Tatya Shri Brahmano Dvitiye Prahararde Saptame Vaivasvate Manvantare Ashtavinshat Tame Kali Yuge Kali Pratham Charane Bisvi Shatabdi Ashta Sapti Vikrami Samvat Uttare Ayane Vasanta Ritu Krishna Pakshe Chaitra Mase Chaturdashi Tithau Meena Divase Uttar Bhadrapar Nakshatre Shubha Muhurte America Deshant Gate Namaha Bhavanta Purohitam Vrine Ath Achman Mantra. May I ask that we all join in chanting the mantras of the Achman and performing the Achman. So you can have your water ready and you can take water in your right palm as we begin with the Achman now. For those of us who are participating actively in the Havan Yajna. Om Amrito Pastaranamase Swaha. Second sipping. Om Amrita Pidhanamase Swaha. Third. Om Satyam Yashah Shri Ramai Shri Hashrayatam Swaha. Athanga Sparsha Mantra. Now we take water in our left palm and we will touch the various organs and limbs of our bodies, praying and asking Parampita Bhagavan to bless, keep them healthy, so that we will perform for the Arya Samaj and for our society and our world in general, noble and uplifting works. Om Mankmas Yistu, Om Nasor me Pranostu, Om Akshnor me Chakshurastu, Om Karnayor me Shrotramastu, Om Bahavor me Balamastu, Om Urvorma Ojostu, Om Arishtani Mingani Tanustanva me Saha Santu. Atheshwar Stuti Prajnopasana Mantra. Stuti, praising, eulogizing, thanking Parampita Bhagavan for all the blessings, counting our blessings, counting the blessings that Arya Samaj has acquired over the years, the blessing to society, to mankind, and praying that we will move forward with the wonderful work of the Arya Samaj. Om Vishwane Deva Savitarturita Parasuva Yad Bhadran Tan Asuva Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jata Patireka Asi Sadadhar Prithivimdya Mutemam Kasmai Devai Avishavidhima Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chayamritam Yasya Mrityu Kasmai Devai Avishavidhima Om Yah Pranato Nimishato Mahitvaika Itraja Jagato Babhuva Ya Ishe Asya Dvipadaschatuspada Kasmai Devai Avishavidhima Om Yena Rukra Prithivi Chadrha Yena Swahasthavitam Yena Naka यो अंतरिक्षे रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ प्रजापते नत्वदेतान्यन्यो विश्वाजातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमस्तन्नो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयो रयीणाम् ॐ सनो बन्धुर्जनिता सविधाता धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतमानशानास्तृतीये धामन्नद्यैर यन्त ॐ अग्ने नय सुपथाराय अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जु पुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नमौक्तिं विधेम हे सकल जगत के उत्पत्ति कर्ता समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन और दुखों को दूर कीजिए जो कल्याणकार गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है वे सब हमको प्राप्त कराइए O radiant divinity, O supreme Lord and Master of the universe, cause of all this entire creation, kindly remove all impurities, undesirable traits from us and endow us with all that is beautiful, auspicious, and noble. Pandit Kamtaji will now take us forward in the Havan.
Atah swasti vachanam. Here begins the swasti vachana chant. We now begin swasti vachana. These are prayers for harmonized life. We pray to the supreme cosmic force, God and all the cosmic forces, the sun, moon, stars, air, earth, sky, and heaven, and teachers, parents, and friends may contribute their powers to help make our life blissful. Om Agni Mide Purohitam Yajasya Devam Ritwijam Hotadam Ratnadhatamam Om Sanaha Piteva Sunave Agne Supayano Bhava Sacha Swarnaha Swastaye Om Swasti no Mimitam Ashvena Bagaha Swasti Devya Ditir Anarvanaha Swasti Pusha Asuro Dadhatunaha Swasti Dyava Pritivi Suchetunaha Om Swastaye Vayumupabravamahe Somam Swasti Bhuvanaschayaspatihi Brihaspatim Sarvaganam Swastaye Swastaya Aditya So Bhavantu Naha Om Vishve Devano Adya Swastaye Vaishwanaro Vasudagni Swastaye Deva Avanturi Bhavaha Swastaye Swasti no Rudraha Patavangha Saha Om Swasti Mitra Varuna Swasti Bhatye Revati Swasti na Indrascha Ganishcha Swasti no adhite kridihi. Om swasti pantham anucherema. Surya chandramasa viva. Punardadathaghnata janata. Sangame mahi. Om Yritri Shapta Paryanti Vishwa Rupani Bribrataha Vachaspati Balatesham Kanno Adya Dadhatu Me Iti Swasti Vachanam. Here ends the Swasti Vachana chant, and now we chant the Shantikarna mantras. As we begin the Shantikarna chant, we pray to God in these prayers and the cosmic forces to yield peace in our personality. Without Shanti, there can be no Swasti. Without peace, there can be no nobility in life. And this peace is the actual cooling down of the five fires of lust, anger, greed, infatuation, and vanity that burn and destroy our divine energy. Om Shanayendragnihi bhavatamavobihi Shanayendra varunaratahavya Shamindra soma suvitaya shamyoho Shana Indra Pushana Vajasato Om Shano Bagaha Shamunaha Shanso Astu Shanaha Purandihi Shamusanturaya Shanaha Satyasya Suyamasya Shansaha Shangno Aryama Purujatu Astu Om Shangno Dhata Shamudhartano Astu Shana Uruchi Bhavatu Svadha Bihi Shamrodasi Brihati Shano Adrihi Shangno Devanam Suhavani Santu Om Shangno Aganir Jyotiraniko Astu Shangno Mitra Varuna Vashvinasham Shannaha Sukritam Sukritani Santu Shana Ishira Abhivatuvataha Om Shangno Dhyava Pritivi Purvahuta Shamantariksham Drishaye Nuastu Shana Ushadhir Vanino Bhavantu Shangno Rajasas Patirastu Jishnuhu Om Shana Indro Vasudabhir Devo Astu Shamaditye Bhirvaruna Sushansaha Shangno Rudrodre Bhirjalashaha Shangnastvashtagna Bhiriha Srinotu Om Shanaha Somo Bhavatu Brahma Shannaha Shangno Gravana Shamusantu Yajyaha Shanaha Swarunamitayo Bhavantu Shanaha Praswaha Shamuvastu Vedihi. Now we chant the Shiva Sankalp mantra as we ask God to help us to have control over our minds. We see that far-going light of all lights that flies the direction, the distances in one wakeful state, and even so in one's sleep. May that my mind be filled with beautiful and benevolent thoughts. Ataha Shiva Sankalpa Mantra. Om Yajagrato Duramudeti Devam Tadu Suptasya Tatevati Durangamam Jyotisham Jyotirekam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yena Karmanya Paso Manishino Yaje Krinavanti Vidhate Sudhiraha Yada Purvam Yakshamanta Prajana Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yat Prajanamut Cheto Dhritishtha Yajyotirantar Amritam Prajasu Yasmanarite Kinchana Karma Kriyate Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Ye Nidham Bhutam Bhuvanam Bhavishyat Parigrihitam Amritena Sarvam Yena Yajastayate Saptahota Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Yasmin Richa Samayajuamshi Yasmin Pratishtitharathana Bhavivada Yasmin Chitam Sarvamotam Prajana Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Susharatir Ashwani Vayan Manushyan Neniyate Bhishubhirvajin Iva Hrit Pratishtam Yadajiram Javishtam Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Tanme Manaha Shiva Sankalpamastu. Om Sanaha Paspavasva Shangave Shamjanaya Shamaravrate Shamrajano Shadhibhyaha. Om Abhayan Nakartyantariksham Abhayam Dyava Prithvi Abhayime Abhayam Paschad Abhayam Purastad Uttarad Adharad Abhayam Noastu. And in this final mantra of the Shantikarna, we say, no fear from our friend, nor from those who are unfriendly to us. No fear from the known, nor from the unknown. No fear in the night, nor in the day. May be friends unto all directions, and may all directions be friendly unto us. Om Abhayam Mitrad Abhayam Mitrad Abhayam Jatad Abhayam Parukshat Abhayam Naktam Abhayam Devanaha Sarva Asha Mama Mitram Bhavantu. Sarva Asha Mama Mitram Bhavantu. Iti Shanti Karanam. He ends the Shanti Karna.
अथ अग्न्यधान mantra. Those of us who are actually performing the Havan, now we get ready to kindle the Havan fire, the Agni. So if you have your diya, you kindle the diya first, and then you use a piece of camphor to kindle the samidha in the Havan Kund. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha. Kindle the diya. Then after that, you kindle a piece of camphor and place it in the Havan Kund. Om Bhurdhuvah Swaradhyauriva Bhumna Prithivi Vavarmna Tasyaste Prithivi Devayajani Prishtagni Manna Damanna Dhyaya Dadhe Athe Agni Samidhana Pavanadan. We gently fan this fire, we nurture this fire. May this fire grow and may the Arya Samaj grow. May the fires of the Arya Samaj continue to grow. The light of the Arya Samaj continue to shine. Om Udbudhya Swagne Pratijakrihi Pramishta Purte Samsrijetha Mayam Cha Asmin Sadhaste Adhyuttarasmin Vishwe Deva Yajamanascha Sirata Atha Samidha Dhana Mantra. Selecting 3 pieces of Samidha, the sacrificial wood, we'll place them in the fire with these 3 mantras. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nedhyasva Vardhasva Chedha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhid Brahma Varchase Nannadena Sa Medhaya Swaha Idamagnai Jata Vedase Idannamama Om Samidhagnim Duvasyata Kritair Bodhayata Tithim Asmin Havya Juhotana Om Susamidhaya Shochish Ghritam Tivram Jahotana Agnaye Jata Vedase Swaha Idam Agnaye Jata Vedase Idannamama. And the final piece to offer. Om Tantva Samidbhirangiro Ghrtena Vardhayamasi Brahachochaya Vishtya Swaha Iramagnayingirase Idannamama. And now we will offer Panchagrit Ahuti, the offering of ghee, 5 bar, 5 times. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nedhyasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nannat Dena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagnai Jata Vedase Idannamama. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Dhyasva Vardhasva Chetha Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varchase Nannatena Samedhaya Swaha Idamagnai Jata Vedase Idannamama. Om Ayanta atma jata vedastene dhyasva vardhasva chetha vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahmavarchase annatena samedhaya swaha idamagnai jata vedase idanna mama Om ayanta idma atma jata vedastene ध्यस्व वर्धस्व चेत्थ वर्धय चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नन्नात् तेन समेधय स्वाहा idamagnai jata vedase idanna mama. The fifth and final. Om ayanta itma atma jata vedastene dhyasva vardhasva chetha vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahmavarchase annatena samedhaya swaha idamagnai jata vedase idanna mama. Atha jal sinchana mantra, sprinkling water in the four cardinal points. Is
Om Aditye Numanyaswa. Om Anumate Numanyaswa. Om Saraswatya Numanyaswa. Om Deva Savita Prasuva Yajam Prasuva Yajyapatim Bhagaya Divyo Gandharvaha Ketaphu Ketannaha Punatu Vachaspatir Vachannaha Swadatu. We make ghee oblations as we chant the Aghara Ajabhaga mantras, and we make firstly oblations north in the Agni, then south, and then in the center. Om Aganaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idanna Mama. Om Prajapatye Swaha. Idam Prajapatye Idanna Mama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idanna Mama. Pradana Homa. We do the morning oblations, the principal morning oblations, and we chose samagri and ghee as we chant these mantras in the Agni. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyotihi Suryah Swaha. Om Suryo Varcho Jyotir Varchah Swaha. Om Jyotihi Suryah Suryo Jyotihi Swaha. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajur Ushasendra Jushanaha Suryo Vetu Swaha. We do the principal evening oblations and we continue throwing ghee and samagri. Om Agnera Jyotir Jyotir Agnihi Swaha. Om Agnera Varcho Jyotir Varchah Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Sajura Devena Savitra Sajuratrindravatiya Joshano Agnir Vetu Swaha. Prata Sham Ahuti, morning and evening oblations. Om Huragnaye Pranaya Swaha. Idam Agnaye Pranaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhuvarvayave Panaya Swaha. Idam Vayave Panaya Idanna Mama. Om Swaradityaya Vyanaya Swaha. idam adityaya vyanaya idanna mama. Om bhurभुवः स्वरग्निः वायवादित्येभ्यः प्राणापान ध्यानेभ्यः स्वाहा. Idam agni vayavadityebhyah pranapan vyanebhyah idanna mama. Om apo jyotir somritam bhurbhuvah swarom swaha. Om yam medham devaganah pitarascho pasate Dhayama dhaya agne medha miram kuru swaha. Om vishwani deva savitar duritani parasva yad bhadram tannasva swaha. Om agne naya supatharaye asman Vishwani deva vayunani vidwan Yoyodhyasmaj juhurarn meno Bhueshtante namahoktim vidhema swaha. Ata aghara and aj bhag mantras, we offer ghee and samagri. And again, we make offerings north and then south in the center for the remaining mantras after the first two. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idanna Mama. Om Prajapatye Swaha. Idam Prajapatye Idanna Mama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idanna Mama. Om Bhuraganaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye Idanna Mama. Om Bhuvadvayave Swaha. Idam Vayave Idanna Mama. Om Swaradityaya Swaha. Idamadityaya Idanna Mama. Om Bhurభुवः Swaragnihi Vayavaditebhyah Swaha. Idam Agni Vayavaditebhyah Idanna Mamam.
Ath Vishesha Mantraha. Friends, in this segment, we will perform some special mantras. We'll chant special mantras. As we remember today the 140th and celebrate the 146th Arya Samaj Sthapna Divas. As we look back at 146 years, we have a lot to be thankful for. We have much to be proud of. We have much to say that we have done a great job as Arya Samaj and as Arya Samaj followers. And as we look forward, we pray, Hey Paramatman, Hey Parampita Bhagavan, strengthen us with the required vitality and vigor to take the Arya Samaj forward. Hey Parampita Bhagavan, inspire us with the knowledge and wisdom to negotiate the challenges that face us in the current circumstances. Hey Parampita Bhagavan, continue to let the Arya Samaj be a force to be reckoned with through our efforts, through our sacrifice, and through our hard work. May this Samaj continue to progress, prosper, flourish. Atha Pavamana Hutayaha. Continue to make your offerings. Om Bhur Swaha Agna Ayum Shipavasa Asuvor Jamisham Chanaha Are Badhasva Duttunam Swaha idamagnaye pavamanaye idanna mama. Om bhut bhuvah swaha agnir rishi pavamanah panchajanyah purohitah tamimahe mahagayam swaha idamagnaye pavamanaye idanna mama. Om bhur-bhuvah swaha agne pavasva swapa asme varchah suviryam dadha trayim mayim posham swaha idamagnaye pavamanaye idanna mama. Om bhur-bhuvah swaha prajapate natvadetanyanyo vishwajatani parita babhuva yatkamaste juhumastanno astu vayam syama patayorainam swaha idam prajapataye idanna mama. And now some other special mantras as we pray for the success and prosperity of Arya Samaj. Om Sahridayam Samanasyam Avidvesham Kranomi Vah Anyo Anyam Abhi Haryata Vatsam Jatamivagnya Swaha. This mantra is saying to us on this special day of Arya Samaj, O followers, O members, O leaders of Arya Samaj, may you have loving and harmonized feeling towards each other. May your minds be in harmony and free from hatred in your dealings. You must love one another, just like the cow displays such affectionate behavior towards its newborn calf. Om ma bhrata bhrataram dvikshan ma swasar mute swasa samyam chah savrata bhutva vacham vadatu bhadraya. Let us live, behave, and conduct ourselves like brothers in the Arya Samaj. And let us love and cherish one another. Let us be united with one common goal, Krinvanto Vishwamaryam, and let us always speak with noble and loving sentiments to each other. Om Samsamithyuvase Vrishannagne Vishwanarya Ilaspade Samidhyase Sano Vasu Nyabhara. O merciful and omnipotent Lord, you are the creator of the world. The Vedas and the sages sing your praises. We humbly thank you for your blessed gift of life and for the Arya Samaj, and continue to guide us. We pray, O Parampita Bhagavan, lead us onto the righteous path and onto the path of more progress, more success, and more prosperity for Arya Samaj. Om Samgachadham Samvadadham Sammumanansi Janatam Deva Bhagam Yatha Purve Samjanana Upasate. O members of Arya Samaj, the mantra is saying, O followers of Arya Samaj, O leaders of Arya Samaj, move towards one common goal. Speak courteously and pleasantly to each other, and let your minds always be harmonized with noble objectives and harmonized towards achieving noble aims in unison. Continue to acquire knowledge in all fields of life, and like the enlightened rishis and sages of the past, who exhibited exceptional behavior, perform your duties with distinction in mind. perform your duty superbly and take the Arya Samaj forward. Om Samano Mantraha Samitihi Samani Samanam Manah Sah Chittamesham Samanam Mantra Bhimantraevah Samane Navo Avishajuhumi. Devotees, members of Arya Samaj, on this 146th Sthapna Divas, let your thoughts be alike, and the place of your assembly ought to be common. Your minds should be of one accord, and let your hearts be united. Parampita Bhagavan initiates you in the common inspired hymn and provide all of us with common objects for acceptance and offering. Om Samaniva Akutihi Samana Hridayaniva Samanamastu Mano Yathava Susahasati Swaha. Om Indram Bardhanto Apturaha Kranvanto Vishwamaryam Apagnanto Aravana. Friends, this is the root mantra of Arya Samaj. This is the fount of the Arya Samaj, from which we got our motto. Let us remember the true meaning of this mantra. And it says, "O man, strengthen your soul, O Arya Samaj. Strengthen your soul, strengthen your personality in a way such that you become an exemplar. You become someone to whom the world would look up to as you hold the flag and the banner of Arya Samaj. First, make yourself noble, and then, by your own example, you can impress on others to become noble. Let us have self-transformation before, then we will have world transformation. Live in this world by fostering good qualities in yourself and others, and removing the miseries from the lives of others." This ends the special mantra segment, and now we will conclude the Havan. Atha Brahma Gayatri Savitri Guru Mantra. Let us chant Gayatri Mantra and pray and say, "Thank you, Lord Parampita." Our hearts are full of gratitude for the Arya Samaj, for Swami Dayanand's great vision in founding this great organization. And bless us with the dhi, bless us with the intellect and the wisdom to nurture and to continue to support and promote and preserve Arya Samaj for the future. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. Everyone join in chanting Gayatri Mantra twice again. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Swaha. हे दयालु परमात्मन, आप अपनी असीम कृपा से हमारी रक्षा करते हैं। आप ही हमारे जीवनाधार है। अपने सेवकों के दुखों को दूर करके उनको सुख देने वाले हैं। आप सर्वत्र सुप्रतिष्ठित और सुप्रसिद्ध है। आप सर्वोत्तम, शुद्ध, पवित्र और ज्ञान स्वरूप है। आपसे ही यह सारा जगत उत्पन्न हुआ है। आप ही सकल शुभ गुणों की खान है। आपका हम प्रतिदिन ध्यान करें और आप हमें विवेकशीलता, धारणावती मेधा, सद्बुद्धि प्रदान करें। O Supreme Being, cause of all manifestations in the universe, source of existence, intelligence, and bliss. We meditate upon your adorable nature, and may you illumine and inspire our intellect. Athasvishtakrit Ahuti Mantra. Here we offer Mohan Bhog into the Agni Kund. Om Yadasya Karmanotyarirecham Yadva Nyunamihakaram Agnishtat Svishtakrit Vidyat Sarvam Shristam Suhutam Karotu Tume Agnaye Svishtakrite Sahutahute Sarva Prayaschitta Nam Kamanam Samardhayit Pre Sarvanah Kamanta Samardhaya Swaha Idamagnaye Svishtakrite Idannamama. Atha Prajapatyahuti Mantra, one offering of ghee. Om Swaha Idam Prajapataye Idannamama. Coming to the end of Havan now, the last three offerings, Purnahuti. As we say, thank you, Paramatma, that we have brought this 146th Arya Samaj Sthapna Divas Yajna to a successful conclusion. And just as we conclude this Yajna so beautifully, may the projects that we will undertake in the future all come to fruition and all come to completion in the name of Arya Samaj, and may we prosper and continue to succeed continually. Atha Purnahuti Mantra. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Om Sarvam Ve Purnam Swaha. Dear friends, as we conclude this Havan, we take the wonderful vibrations emanating from this Agni Kund and from the hearts of each and every one who is joined together in celebrating Arya Samaj Sthapna Divas. We take these vibrations from the Yajna Agni, and we touch our faces lightly. May the inspiration we get here today in this Havan for promoting, preserving, and prospering the Arya Samaj, may this inspiration and vibration reside in our hearts forever. Om Tanupagne Si Tanvam Me Pahi. Put your hands towards the fire and touch your faces lightly every time. Om Ayurdagne Si Ayurme Dehi. Om Varchodagne Si Varcho Me Dehi. Om Agne Yanme Tanva Unam Tanma Aprana. Om Medha Me Deva Savita Adadhatu. Om Medha Me Devi Saraswati Adadhatu. Om Medha Mashvinau Devava Dhattam Puskarasrajau. Apyayatam. Touching the organs, we pray for health, for continued success and prosperity. Om Vakchamapyayatam. Om Pranaschamapyayatam. Om Chakshushchama Apyayatam. Om Shrotram Chama Apyayatam. Om Yashobalam Chama Apyayatam. As we come to the end of our Yajna, Havan Yajna for today, Let us keep the inspiration of this yajna and of this gathering. Let us keep this synergy that we have generated here this morning in this yajna, and let us work towards uplifting the Arya Samaj. I will now pass you back to say thank you all very much for joining with such love and devotion in the yajna, the upasana part of this morning's program. And I hand you over now to the chairperson, Pandita Devi ji.
Namaste again. Thank you, Pandit Ji, for your inspiring and sanctified Havan, both Pandit Deepak Ji and Pandit Kamta Ji. And let's take our Pujani Pratna Geet from Bahan Leela Verma.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yajya Prarthana. Namaste Ji. यज्ञ रूप प्रभु हमारे भाव ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए। वेद की बोले ऋचाए सत्य को धारण करें, हर्ष में हो मग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरें। अश्वमेधादिक रचाएं यज्ञ पर उपकार को, धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को। नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञ आदि हम करते रहें, रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहें। भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की, कामनाएं पूर्ण होवे यज्ञ से नर नार की। लाभकारी हो हवन हर जीवधारी के लिए, वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए। स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो, इदन मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो। हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे, नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे। प्रभुनाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे। पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए। प्रभु आत्मिक बल दीजिए। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिना, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुख भाग भवेत्। सबका भला करो भगवान, सब पर कृपा करो भगवान, सब पर दया करो भगवान, सबका सब विधि हो कल्याण। सबको दो भक्ति शक्ति का दान, सबको दो विद्या का दान, सबको दो शक्ति का दान, सबका सब विधि हो कल्याण। ओ
Can you please unmute yourself?
Thank you, Bahan Leela Verma, for that melodious way to come to bring our Havan to a close. And now I have the opportunity to bring to us our young Pandita Ji, Pandita Amrita Singh, to render a bhajan.
Sada Supreme Namaste. Can you all hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you all for this opportunity to join you in satsang. May I kindly ask all of you to clasp your palms, close your eyes, join me in a quick prayer. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tannasuva Yad Bhadram Tannasuva. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As we focus on Arya Samaj, we remember Maharshi Swami Dayananda Saraswati and दुनिया में जहानत फैली है, पापों ने डेरा डाला है, वेदों का ज्ञान है लुप्त हुआ, घर घर में आज अंधेरा है, वेदों का सूरज चमकाओ, अज्ञान अविद्या दूर करो, करना है तो जीवन दान करो, करना है तो जीवन दान करो, हानि भर लोगों से क्या होगा, अपना कर्तव्य निभाओ तुम, अपना कर्तव्य निभाओ तुम, यही है दयानंद आशा मुझे, यही है दयानंद आशा मुझे। गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी, गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी, पूरी करके दिखला दूंगा, इस वैदिक धर्म की वेदी पर मैं जीवन भेंट चढ़ा दूंगा। Maharishi Dayananda told his guru, it's my oath, O Guru, that I will sacrifice my life for Vedic Satya Sanatan Dharma, and that's exactly what he did. Gurudev pratigya hai meri, puri karke dikhla दूंगा, इस वैदिक धर्म की वेदी पर मैं जीवन भेंट चढ़ा दूंगा, गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी। धन पास नहीं तन मन अपना, गुरु चरणों में अर्पित करता हूँ, गुरु आज्ञा पालन करने की मैं आज प्रतिज्ञा करता जीवन ढालूंगा इस वैदिक धर्म की वेदी पर मैं जीवन भेंट चढ़ा दूंगा गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी जनहित के लिए विष के प्याले अमृत करके मैं पी लूंगा तक न करूंगा शोलों पर हंसते हंसते मैं जीऊंगा कांटों से भरी इन राहों पर कांटों से भरी इन राहों पर फूलों की तरह मुस्का दूंगा इस वैदिक धर्म की वेदी पर मैं जीवन भेंट चढ़ा दूंगा गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी असभ्य सभ्यता के बहते तूफानों का मुख मोड़ूंगा मैं सागर को मठ डालूंगा पर्वत का मस्तक फोड़ूंगा वेदों की अमृत वाणी का वेदों की अमृत वाणी का इस वैदिक मैं घर घर नाद बजा दूंगा इस वैदिक धर्म की वेदी पर मैं जीवन भेंट चढ़ा दूंगा गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी मैं शिष्य आपका उठ करके वेदों का बिगुल बजा दूंगा मैं ओम पताका लेकर के वेदों का जान फैला दूंगा फिर आज जमाना ऋषियों का फिर आज जमाना ऋषियों का दोबारा ना दिखला दूंगा इस वैदिक धर्म की वेदी पर मैं जीवन भेंट चढ़ा दूंगा गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी पूरी करके दिखला दूंगा इस वैदिक धर्म की वेदी पर मैं जीवन भेंट चढ़ा दूंगा गुरुदेव प्रतिज्ञा है मेरी He honored the oath he made to his Guruji with every breath that he took, Maharshi Swami Dayananda Saraswati, and we remember him and his sacrifices up until this day. Thank you all so very much and namaste.
Thank you, Pandita Amrita ji, for such a melodious rendition, recollecting the vow Swami Dayanand gave, carried through his Guru. As we continue the program, it is that moment for bigger and higher inspiration that will come from our keynote speaker, no other than Dr. Guruji, Dr. Satish Prakash ji. We are honored to have you here today. just to check if he's on by Bhuvanesh.
Not yet.
Dr. Satish Ji, are you on?
Devi, we don't see him on yet.
Okay. Should we move? Well, we'll move to the next.
Vinesh and Ariana, they're ready for their bhajan.
Okay. So we'll move on to the next item, which is Vinesh and Aryan. Vinesh and Aryan is from the Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul. They are the two youngest students, and through the Virdal of the Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul, they have been outstanding students through this pandemic time, practicing and carrying out their programs every Saturday afternoon on Zoom Live with other students from the Gurukul. Over to Vinesh and Aryan.
Namaste. Namaste, everybody. My name is Vinesh, and this is my sister, Ariana. And on behalf of my Guruji, Dr. Satish Prakash, and the Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul, I would like to discuss the Vedas. Veda is the source of all true knowledge. Read, teach, and listen to Veda. It is the source of all true knowledge. Apply what Veda teaches.
Okay, all right, I'll send them a message.
In other words, perform actions that do not create fear, shame, or doubt in the mind. Differentiate between right and wrong. That teach Dhamma. Use these sources to certify what is truth and untruth, what is acceptable and what is unacceptable. We will now sing a bhajan. Rajavadi है जग में प्रकाश फैला दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने भेदों का डंका बजवा दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने सिर पर तूफान भला करता नजरों से दूर किनारा था सिर पर तूफान भला करता नजरों से दूर किनारा था बनकर अल्लाह किनारे पर पहुंचा दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने पेड़ों का डंका बजवा दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने सब छोड़ चुके थे धर्म कर्म गौरव कुमार मुनियों का सब छोड़ चुके थे धर्म कर्म गौरव कुमार ऋषि मुनियों का फिर संध्या हवन करना सिखला दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने पैरों का डंका बजवा दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने विद्यालय गुरुकुल गुरुकुल कायम हर जगह समाज की है विद्यालय गुरुकुल गुरुकुल कायम हर जगह समाज की है आदर्श पुरातन शिक्षा का बदला दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने पैरों का डंका बजवा दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने हर जगह ओम का झंडा फिर फहरा दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने पैरों का डंका आलम में बजवा दिया ऋषि दयानंद ने धन्य हमारे स्वामी जी धन्य महान ऋषि 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 I will read the meaning now. Maharishi Dayanand sounded the message of the Veda and hoisted the flag of Om, announcing in every nook and corner of the globe the beginning of a new era in thought and practice. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, Vinesh and Ariana, for that inspirational minutes reminding us of the pledge of Swami Dayanand and the Arya Samaj. The light of hope and reform comes to us every moment when we apply nobility to us. As we walk the path to be noble, as we encourage others to be on the noble path, I hope today that we get closer and closer every time we hear the songs, the preachings, the teachings, and the verses of the Vedas to bring you the essence of this day, of this Tapna Divas. I have the honor to present to you Dr. Guruji Satish Prakash. In 1974, Satish Prakash graduated from the University of Guyana with a first degree in Spanish and French. In 1977, he traveled to India to study Sanskrit grammar and etymology according to ancient methods of instruction. In 1985, he earned a doctorate of philosophy degree from Gurukul Kangri, Haridwar, India. During the 8 years he spent in India with his Acharya, Dr. Prakash studied Vedic limbs and sublimbs and other exegetical works. He has had intensified discussion with celebrated scholars involved in researching the Veda. He brings to the West an in-depth understanding of the etymological method of Vedic interpretation, structured by Yashka Muni thousands of years ago and rejuvenated by Swami Dayanand Saraswati in modern times. Dr. Satish Prakash has evolved into becoming a thinker and writer in considerable caliber. As founding Acharya of Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul, a cultural and education center with campuses in both New York City and Guyana, he currently teaches Sanskrit language, literature to adult audience, and travels to many countries, lecturing on Veda and allied subjects. He has written and published in several books of Hindi, Sanskrit literature, including Vedas, Upanishads, Niti Shastras, Dharma Shastras, Ramcharitmanas, Bhagavad Gita, Satyat Prakash, and Sanskar Vidhi. With this blessing we're all taking from the Vedas, I now present to you our esteemed Dadaji, Dr. Girish Koshla, to further expand on Dr. Satish. Thank you.
देवी और सज्जनों, आज के आर्य समाज स्थापना दिवस पर आपके साथ मिलके मैं बहुत ही गौरवान्वित हुआ और आज पहली बार जूम पे मैं डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी को मिल रहा हूँ। वास्तव में डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी न केवल हमारे हृदय के लेकिन आर्य समाज के एक रत्न है। मुझे याद आ रहा है 1991 को 13 दिसंबर बैसाखी वाले दिन मेरी प्रार्थना पे डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी और न्यूयॉर्क से पंडित रामलाल जी, टोरंटो से अमर एरी जी और एटलांटा और शिकागो से डॉक्टर चंदोरा जी और डॉक्टर प्रभापुरी आदि आर्य समाज के लोग पहली बार एकत्रित हुए थे। पहला अवसर था, हम लोग सब आपस में पहली बार डिट्रॉइट में एकत्र हुए और डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी ने आर्य प्रतिनिधि सभा अमेरिका का एक दीपक जलाया था। उस कार्यक्रम में डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी का एक भजन, बहुत प्रचलित भजन, जो कि उन्होंने एक मेलोडी के साथ आर्य समाज करता वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा। डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश का भजन आज भी हमें याद है और मैं जब भी डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश से न्यूयॉर्क में मिला या गयाना में मिला, मैंने हर बार उनसे प्रार्थना की कि ये भजन अवश्य सुनाएं और उन्होंने मेरी प्रार्थना को स्वीकार करके यह भजन हमें सुनाया। आज समय बीत गया है, 2021 चल रहा है और कोरोना के अधीन हम सब पड़े हुए हैं। आज हमारे बीच पंडित रामलाल जी नहीं है, श्री अमर एरी जी नहीं है और भाई इंद्र प्रसाद जी, जो कि प्रधान होते थे आर्य स्पिरिचुअल सेंटर के, वो नहीं है, लेकिन उनके द्वारा बोए गए बीजों के अंदर आज वृक्ष हमें छायादार एक सलाह दे रहे हैं, एक गीत सुना रहे हैं। तो हम आशा करते हैं डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी का छाया हम तक बनी रहेगी। और मैंने जो व्यक्तिगत देखा था डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी और पंडित रामलाल जी, डॉक्टर साहब उनको कहते थे चाच। मैंने पंडित रामलाल जी के लिए चाच वर्ड डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश से सुना। इतना प्रेम था उनमें, इतना सामंजस्य था। उन्होंने मिलके आर्य स्पिरिचुअल सेंटर को स्थापना की और उसको बढ़ाया चढ़ाया। तो और हर साल मैं इस आर्य समाज स्थापना दिवस के मल्टी कुंड यज्ञ में मैं न्यूयॉर्क आता था और सबसे मिलता था। तो आज मैं सबको, जितनी भी नई पीढ़ी है, उनको आशीर्वाद देता हूँ कि वह आगे बढ़े और आर्य समाज के रूप को विश्व के कोने कोने तक पहुंचाए और डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी के चरणों में बैठ के उनसे संगीत और जितने भी उनके आध्यात्मिक लेक्चर हैं उन सबको दूर दूर पहुंचाएं। मेरे पास अभी तक डीवीडी का वो कैसेट रखी है। डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी ने अपने शिष्य भरत और शालिनी के विवाह में जो विवाह संस्कार कराया था वो एक आदर्श है। हम कभी कभी उनको देखते हैं। आशा है डॉक्टर सतीश प्रकाश जी के कार्य को हम लोग आगे बढ़ाएंगे। अब लोग नया जीवन आ गया है, नई खोपले आर्य समाज में फूट पड़ी हैं और आर्य समाज के कार्य को हम आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं। सबको धन्यवाद है इसके लिए, आज के दिन के लिए। ओम नमस्ते।
Should I begin?
Over to you, Dr. Satish.
Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva Om Shanti Shanti Shanti। सर्वप्रथम मैं आर्य पथिक भाई गिरीश को खोसला जी के मधुर शब्दों का मैं स्वागत करता हूँ। मुझे भी स्मरण है उन दिनों का, लेकिन वे दिन बीत गए। अब हमें आगे देखना है, लेकिन मैं उनके श्री चरणों में धन्यवाद के शब्द ही प्रस्तुत करता हूँ। I thank my dear elder brother Arya Pathik Bhai Girish Khosla for the very gracious words he has used in relation to me. I remember those days and I cannot tell you how grateful I am. Number two, I'm thankful to the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha of America in collaboration with the United Arya Samaj Foundation for putting together this most memorable occasion that sees all of us focusing on the 146th anniversary celebrations since the establishment of the Arya Samaj. Number 3, why is it important to remember a foundation anniversary date? It is important to bring that date into focus because this movement you call the Arya Samaj is not an ordinary movement. It wasn't put together on April the 10th with a few people with a whimsical idea who came together and say, let us establish a movement. This movement started way back in 1837, 1875, the year of the establishment. All of this, the roots, the seeds were laid since 1837 when that young boy whose name was Mool Shankar, when he went to look for God and didn't find God. On that Shivratri night, he went to look for God, but he did not find God. And since then, a seed was planted for this movement that was going to be called the Arya Samaj, for this movement to be established. But at that time, let us understand, in trying to assess the importance of the establishment of the Arya Samaj, let us try to find out what were the conditions at that time. Listen. The British were already entrenched in India through the British East India Company, and in 1877, through the crowning of Queen Victoria as the Empress of India, they were entrenched, and they came to India, rapping at India's doors with the achievements of the Industrial Revolution. Around the same time, Karl Marx in Europe established what you call the communist doctrine, trying to bring some kind of relief. It was a good thing then. He wanted to bring about a revolution that would focus on economy and politics and no place for religion at all. And the seeds were growing in the minds of Dayan, and they were planted in his mind. And he was moving. He went to his Guruji in 1860, and he got the key to open up the door leading to the mansion of Vedic wisdom, defining wisdom coming from God. And then after that, after moving around, giving lectures and providing and engaging in debates and little writings, not big writings, little writings, he went to the famous Calcutta city, which was a landmark visit in his life. And he saw at work the work of the Brahmo Samaj, the God-centered Brahma means God, the God-centered Samaj. And these people wanted to teach people a very logical understanding of God. They were very focused on God, and they called themselves the Brahmo Samaj. A little later in Pune, in Maharashtra, there was another Samaj formed called the Prayer Samaj, the Prasna Samaj. One was God and one was prayer. And Dayanand saw what they did in Calcutta, how they started printing presses and how they reached out to the masses through their mass literatures. And Dayanand saw a book written by Maharshi Devendranath Tagore. I've written all of this history. Is going to be published in the year 2024. I've written all of this. And all of this comes from a very deep sense of research. He saw a book called Brahmodharma, in which Maharshi Devendranath laid out the tenets of what he termed to be Hinduism at that time. And Dayanand Saraswati came back, and it seems as if everything was being pushed and nudged by God. Some higher power was nudging him onwards. And somebody suggested, why don't you put all of your writings into print, so that when you are gone or you're not around, people will still have access to your ideas. That was 1874. And he started dictating, not writing, because he didn't know Hindi very well. He started dictating the contents of a book, which he was going to call the Satyartha Prakasha, light being shed on the meaning of truth. When Dayanand took India in the form of an orange, imagine I have a round thing here. He took India in the form of an orange, and he tried to analyze, why is it that this one-time international center of power, political power and wealth and knowledge, how is it that we are a fallen nation? And he examined India from all around, and he discovered the missing links. He discovered that the wisdom of the Ved, the defining, unifying wisdom of the Ved was sadly missing. And there were irreconcilable sects being born, S-E-T-C-X, movements being born. Some were focusing on devotion, some were focusing on God, some were focusing on different topics, but nobody talked of character. And Dayanan decided, when the time came in 1875, and the idea came up, why don't you put a movement? You just did a book called Satya Prakash. Why don't you give the Satya Prakash a vehicle, a movement vehicle to carry your message forward? And he didn't think of a God Samaj, even though God formed a part of his tenets. He didn't think of a prayer Samaj, even though prayer formed a part of his tenets, pardon me. But he thought of something more fundamental, and he thought of a character Samaj. And so the name came to him, the Arya Samaj, Brahmo Samaj, Prasna Samaj, God Samaj, Prayer Samaj. Now Arya Samaj, a character Samaj, a commitment Samaj, a dedication Samaj. And Dayanand Saraswati didn't want to form another religion outside of Hindu Dharam, what he called Vedic Satya Sanatan. No, there's no need for another religion. Yes, there is need for a strong platform on which all those who care about dharmic values can come assemble, whether what their background may be, come and assemble, and let us strive with all of our commitment and dedication and character, and let us push the cause of mankind. India was never ruled. Hindu, Vedic, Arya, Sanatan, India was never ruled. And today it is ruled because character and dedication and commitment is all missing. And Dayanand Saraswati on today's day, 146 years ago, in Mumbai city, which you heard, I'm just repeating it to set a tone in my mind, which you all heard already. On this day in Mumbai city, Bombay, Mumbai city, with 100 people approximately present, they didn't come about with a whimsical idea. Why don't we establish a society? No. Since 1837 to 1875, approximately 38 years of manthan and churning of ideas and trying to understand what were the issues at play and how to resolve it, and what was the solution to India being so low down, being brought to its knees. And so the Arya Samaj came about. This is not a religion. This is not a movement merely for devotions and praying to God, even though all of that is a part of it all. This is a movement to create a revolution, first in human hearts. Let all of us at an individual level overcome our challenges, a revolution at the level of human hearts, a very personal level, and then move it over to family, for which reason in the Satya Prakash, after immediately talking about the 100 and more names of God in chapter 1, he went straight to family. He went straight to family. While Karl Marx targeted the youth of Europe to carry on his mission, Dayanand targeted the womb of Mother India, and said this change must be so fundamental. It must come about from the womb of Mother India and impact the creation of a brand new generation of human beings. And he had originally made 28 principles in 1875. When he went to the Punjab, some of his very intellectually inclined and deep thinking people, they reduced those 28 principles into 10 principles. And the very third one, the first two dealt with God, but the very third one, which I count to be the first one, he said the Ved is a fount of all true knowledge, and he wasn't willing to compromise. The Bible was already given a chance to bring world peace, but it failed. The Quran was given a chance to bring world peace, but it failed. And other religious books were given a chance to bring world peace, but it failed. But the Ved was not yet given that chance because India had forgotten the Ved. When Dayanand wanted Ved, he had to send all the way to Germany. Can you imagine that? All the way to Germany to see a copy of the Ved. And when he went through after having studied grammar, advanced grammar and etymology, when he turned the mantras, the pages and mantras of the Ved, He found a wisdom that didn't have adjectives: Hindu wisdom, Christian wisdom, Muslim wisdom, Jewish wisdom. No, it didn't have those adjectives, and it didn't have those parameters that would circumvent that wisdom. It was a broad, endless wisdom that came from mankind straight, that came from God straight to mankind to influence every thinking human being. And so he made the very first principle, I would say, even though it's enumerated as the third one, the very first principle of the Arya Samaj, that Ved is a fount of all true learning. And he didn't stop there. He said reading, meaning studying, and teaching this Ved is a paramount duty of everybody who wants to call himself nobly inclined. Not of Muslims, not of Hindus, not of Christians, not of Jews. He didn't have that narrow, myopic vision. He had a broad, and he didn't say, the motto he gave, he didn't say Krinvantos Hindum Aryam, or Krinvanto Christianam Aryam, or Krinvanto Muslimam Aryam. He said Krinvanto Vishwam Aryam, make the whole universe noble. I can't be long because you have a long program. Let me sum up now. On this Arya Samaj Foundation Day, you and I must कटी को बद्ध कर लेना है, कटी बांध लो, अभी बहुत काम करना है, आगे मनुष्य मात्र को प्रेरित करने के लिए बहुत सारा काम करना है. You and I, to reach out to humanity, we have a lot of work to do, but let us first seek to unite with those who are nearest to us, our Sanatani brothers and sisters of all different backgrounds. Let us reach out to the entire Hindu commonwealth. Let us reach out to the entire Hindu commonwealth, and with sweet words. Bhai Pandit Deepak just chanted, Vacham Varatu Shantivam, Vacham Varatu Bhadraya, with sweet words that would touch human hearts. Let us reach out with the Vedic message, but we wouldn't reach out that way. Let's go to the other principle. Removing the darkness of ignorance and promoting the light of knowledge is the principal objective of this Arya Samaj. We will reach out with Ved if we teach Ved. We will reach out with light if we share our light. लेकिन हमारे पास वेद और ज्योति ना हो तो मनुष्य मात्र को क्या वेद और क्या ज्योति देंगे? If we don't have light, and if we don't have learning, and if we don't have sweetness, and if we don't have a unification as integral to us, how will we unify the world? O you mankind, how will we unify the world? Let us inculcate that light of wisdom. Let that light of wisdom unify the heart first. We must not be dismembered and disassociated in our heart. We must be unified here. Then take it to the family. Then take it to the mandir. Then take it to the society. And then take it out to mankind at large. So I am asking you to think of the circumstances leading to the establishment of the Arya Samaj. I'm asking you to ponder on the 10 principles, but forget 8 of them. Just take the 2 I mentioned, and I'm asking you to think of the motto of the Arya Samaj on this very sacred day that we call the 146th foundation day since the establishment of the Arya Samaj. As my elder brother, Bhai Girish Khosla said, you don't have time, but let me sing 2 lines. आर्य समाज करता अरे वेद का प्रचार है, वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा. The Arya Samaj teaches Ved today. It used to be so in the days gone by, and it must be so in the days to come by. With these words, I say namaste. I'm sorry, I was on my phone trying to do it on the phone because, but I wasn't getting unmuted. But now our son Bhuvanesh unmuted me, and I am now talking to you. I wish all of us the very, very best. I thank all of you from all the different Samajs, including Gurukul. My Krishan is here. All of you for coming here and being one Arya family. With that, I say namaste.
They unmute me.
Go ahead, Auntie David. You can unmute. We see you.
What are you doing?
Go ahead. It's
Very well, got it now.
Yep, you're good.
Thank you, Dr. Satish, for that most profound and reviving message. May we continue to absorb the light of the Vedas and the teachings of Swami Dayanand. As we move on into the program and time is against us, I will call upon Bahan Sati to take over the next order.
Namaste all. First of all, I must thank Dr. Satish Ji for his inspiring message, and I did learn a lot from that. Today, we are honored to have all of you beautiful souls to join this program in honor of the 46th anniversary of the Arya Samaj. I am here to make a presentation to a few recipients of plaques for their achievement and contributions during the year. As you know, each year, the UISF, we make this, we recognize the contributions and achievements.
Your camera first.
Or those of the Arya Samaj community. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. And as you know, we are still in the act of facing the pandemic, and it has been very difficult this year for all of us. We had to adapt to the challenges and the changes. So it was hard for us to decide who really deserving of these awards. As far as the USF goes, we say all of you deserve a award for keeping up our dharma and the Arya Samaj movement during the year through Zoom, through your services in the community, and in so many different ways. And this year, we recognize the contributions of the following individuals. First is Professor Nandita Goal of Vedic Samaj Society. Vedic Samaj, New Jersey. She's a highly qualified, ordained, and certified Pandita who conducts all Vedic sanskars. Additionally, she's a coordinator of the Children Hindu Heritage Program. And the next awardee is, we're honoring a young man, Sachin Aaron Lachman of the Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul, the first child of Indra and Anil, and sibling of Austin, Anika, and Anthony. He has done extremely well in Sanskrit and Vedic studies. He aspires to be a missionary of the Arya Samaj, and each week he independently presents on Zoom a session from the Vedas. And our third recipient is a very prestigious Arya Samaj representing the Arya Samaj. It is the Arya Samaj of Connecticut, which was founded in 1998, if I'm correct, because I received it from the web. The Arya Samaj Connecticut serves the Arya Samaj community, mainly in Connecticut. And we are familiar with Havan's Arya Ji. He has been instrumental in spreading the message of the Arya Samaj and contributed wisdom to many of the Arya Samaj programs. Let us all give a round of applause for this year's honorees. We look forward to continue to see you shine in the name of Arya Samaj. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Ben Satiji, for making the presentation, and thank you to the honorees. May you continue in the work of the Arya Samaj, and may you keep shining the light that brings goodness for all. As we continue with the program, next item would be a bhajan from our honoree, Hars Bhajan Arya from Harbans Arya from Connecticut Arya Samaj. Over to by Hansji. I apologize for few technical difficulties I have here. My Zoom keeps dropping, so I apologize to all of you for that. Sorry. Any problem?
Vanshi, please unmute yourself.
Okay. Am I unmute? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, yes. Sorry, I didn't realize you were connected two places. All right.
So I don't think I am I?
You're fine. You can continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
The bhajan that I'm going to sing is not very traditional Arya Samaj bhajan, but it's my way of expressing gratefulness to God. तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी बिगड़ी बना सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी बिगड़ी बना सकता है कौन, दिल की इस वीरान बस्ती को बसा सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी। मालो जर कितना हो चाहे घर भी और परिवार भी, मालो जर कितना हो चाहे घर भी और परिवार भी, बिन निवासिश के तेरी कृपा के बिना सुख चैन पा सकता है कौन, तेरी कृपा के बिना सुख चैन पा सकता है कौन, दिल की इस वीरान बस्ती को बसा सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी बिगड़ी बना सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी। या तो दीवाना हंसे या तू जिसे तौफीक दे, तौफीक गॉड्स गिफ्ट ऑफ एबिलिटी, या तो दीवाना हंसे या तू जिसे तौफीक दे, वरना इस दुनिया में रह के, वरना इस दुनिया में रह के मुस्कुरा सकता है कौन, वरना इस दुनिया में रह के मुस्कुरा सकता है कौन, दिल की इस वीरान बस्ती को बसा सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी बिगड़ी बना सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी। बाल बांका होना उसका है मुहाफिज जिसका तू, मुहाफिज रक्षक, बाल बांका होना उसका है मुहाफिज जिसका तू, लाख दुश्मन हो मगर उसको मिटा सकता है कौन, लाख दुश्मन हो मगर उसको मिटा सकता है कौन, दिल की इस वीरान बस्ती को बसा सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी बिगड़ी बना सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी। मेरी नजरों में दयानंद, मेरी नजरों में दयानंद तेरा वो शंकर ही था, मेरी नजरों में दयानंद तेरा वो शंकर ही था, वरना पीकर जहर स्वयं, वरना पीकर जहर स्वयं, अमृत पिला सकता है कौन, वरना पीकर जहर स्वयं, अमृत पिला सकता है कौन, तेरे दिल की इस वीरान बस्ती को बसा सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी बिगड़ी बना सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी। आखिरी अंतरा है। मीठा स्वर मुझको दिया 100 बार तेरा धन्यवाद, मीठा स्वर मुझको दिया 100 बार तेरा धन्यवाद, वरना ऐसे भक्ति रस के, वरना ऐसे भक्ति रस के गीत गा सकता है कौन, वरना ऐसे भक्ति रस के गीत गा सकता है कौन, दिल की इस वीरान बस्ती को बसा सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी बिगड़ी बना सकता है कौन, तेरे बिन ईश्वर मेरी। धन्यवाद।
Namaste, and thank you so much for that wonderful rendition. Next on the program, we have Mataji Neela Puaru from the Bronx Arya Samaj. If you can unmute your mic and present.
Be quiet.
Namaste, everyone. On behalf of the Bronx Arya Samaj, I bring you greetings and much privilege that we can participate in a program like this today. We remain, after all that Guruji has said and all the other participants, we remain forever grateful to Swamiji and all those great souls who have laid the groundwork for us so that we today, during a pandemic, can stay connected, do things differently, and still observe this great day. And for that, we remain indebted to all those great souls who have laid their lives down for us and to be able to celebrate here today. I also want to acknowledge and thank all the organizers of this program that in the present here that we can observe this through this means via Zoom, and we can still participate. And our prayer remains that, you know, that hundreds of years from now, for the future, that our future leaders that we're grooming now will continue to do the same work that we're doing and even more, and be able to spread the knowledge of the Vedas. So again, thank you all, and we wish you well on the behalf of the members of the Bronx Arya Samaj, on behalf of the Puwaru family. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, and thank you so much. It's so nice to see so many of our Arya Samajas from across the country, and especially the tri-state, join the program this afternoon. Next, we will have a message from Acharya Hari Prashadji. He is the resident Pandit of the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha. Pandit Acharya Hari Prasad. Thank you.
Sabko namaste ji. Let us chant Om together once. Vedahamitam Purusham Mahantam आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वा अतिमृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय ॐ शान्तिः शान्ति
Acharya, you have to unmute, please.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
I was chanting a mantra. Sorry, you couldn't hear the mantra. But the mantra was Nanyah Pantha Vidyate Ayanaya. There is no another way for the emancipation, for the mukti and the moksha. And what is the only way to attain the moksha? God teaches us, the mantra teaches us that the only way is recognizing the divine existence in us through the practice of yoga. योगाभ्यास के द्वारा परमात्मा की अनुभूति को अपने अंदर प्राप्त करना. That is the only way to attain the moksha. We forgot the method. There are several sects that were teaching against the message of God. अनेक प्रकार के संप्रदाय परमात्मा की आज्ञा के विरुद्ध आचरण कर रहे थे. Okay, they were ready to jap the mantra. They were ready to chant the word. They were ready to sing a bhajan, but they were not ready to spread the right word of the Vedas. सभी लोग वेदों के ज्ञान को, परमात्मा के टीचिंग्स को भूल गए थे. Then Maharshi Dayananda decided to found the Arya Samaj to spread the knowledge of the Vedas. And I want to say that Veda is nothing but the teaching of God, but the constitution of this universe, but the way how we have to live in this universe. इस नॉलेज को स्प्रेड करने के लिए महर्षि दयानंद जी ने आर्य समाज की स्थापना की. Let me say one thing. After a very long period of the pralaya, I know all of you know about the pralaya and the duration of the pralaya. After 4.32 billion years, when the time comes to end of the pralaya, God decided to start the Srishti, and he chose the same day, Chaitra Masa, Shukla Paksha, Pratipada. During the pralaya, there was no light. During the pralaya, there was no instrument. During the pralaya, the souls can't do anything. They couldn't do anything because they required some instruments. They required a body to do anything. But during the pralaya, nothing was there. All was in the status of the Prakriti. Then God wanted to give the opportunity to souls by creating this universe. Similarly, Maharshi Dayananda also chose the same day that was chosen by God to start the creation. परमात्मा ने जिस दिन को इस सृष्टि के लिए सेलेक्ट किया, चूज किया, महर्षि दयानंद जी ने भी उसी दिन को चूज किया आर्य समाज की स्थापना के लिए। वेदों का नाम था, पर वेदों का ज्ञान नहीं था। परमात्मा का नाम था, पर परमात्मा की आज्ञा का पालन नहीं हो रहा था। मुक्ति का नाम था, पर मुक्ति का रास्ता सब भूल चुके थे। धर्म का नाम था, पर धर्म का प्रॉपर आचरण करने वाला कोई नहीं था। जस्ट लाइक वी वर इन द प्रलय, जैसे हम सभी लोग प्रलय में बैठे हुए थे। देन महर्षि दयानंद डिसाइडेड टू स्प्रेड द वर्ड ऑफ वेदास, टू स्प्रेड द वर्ड ऑफ real knowledge of the Vedas, and he founded this Arya Samaja exactly on the day on which God started the creation, that is the Navavarsha. ये नया वर्ष है, ये आर्य समाज का स्थापना दिवस है। तो ये हमारा कर्तव्य है। This is our prime duty to follow the Vedas. I remember one word, one sentence from Rishi Gatha. The poet, the Kavi Pradeep was singing in the Rishi Gatha, मेरे बच्चों को तू संभालना जगपालक स्वामी, मेरे बच्चों को तू संभालना जगपालक स्वामी. Who were the children of Maharshi Dayananda? We Aryas, we the followers of the Arya Samaj are the children of Maharshi Dayananda. There was no biological children of Maharshi Dayananda, but all we are the spiritual children of Maharshi Dayananda. महर्षि दयानंद जी मृत्यु के समय बोलते हैं, मेरे बच्चों को तू संभालना जगपालक स्वामी, in the poetic way. Not exactly these words were sung, these words were uttered, but these were sung according to the poetic way by Kavi Pradeep ji. So मेरे बच्चों को तू संभालना जगपालक स्वामी. So now this is our duty as the spiritual children of Maharshi Dayananda. We should follow the path that was shown by Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati ji in the Satyartha Prakash and in his preachings. तो हम सभी लोग एक spiritual unification को establish करते हुए, हम सभी लोग एक प्लेज करते हुए, हम सभी लोग एक वो एस्टैब्लिश करते हुए, कृण्वन्तो विश्वमार्यम, मेकिंग द यूनिवर्स नोबल, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम माय होम, फ्रॉम माय फैमिली. फर्स्ट आई हैव टू प्लेज माई सेल्फ टुडे, फ्रॉम टुडे आई विल ट्राई टू मेक मी नोबल. मैं खुद को आर्य बनाऊंगा. And I should follow all the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj. I should pledge to Swadhyaya. मैं स्वाध्याय करूंगा, पंच महायज्ञों का पालन करूंगा. ऐसे अपने आप से प्रतिज्ञा करके हम ऋषिवर दयानंद जी के दिखाए हुए उस वैदिक मार्ग पर आगे बढ़ेंगे. बस यही मैसेज मैं आप सभी लोगों को देना चाहता हूं. Never forget the word Krinvanto Vishwamaryam. Every day, every minute, I shall try to make myself Arya. I shall try to make my family Arya. I shall try to make my society Arya. I shall try to make this universe Arya, because this is the message of God in the Vedas. Om.
Namaste. Thank you so much for that beautiful message. Next, we will have a presentation from Om Temple. If we can ask Dr. Ramesh Gupta to present your items.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. इस आर्य समाज स्थापना दिवस पर सबको सादर नमस्ते, सबको बधाई बड़ा शुभ दिन है। आज शनिवार है, 10 अप्रैल है। इसी दिन 146 साल पहले आर्य समाज की स्थापना हुई थी। The Arya Samaj was established 146 years ago on Saturday in Chaitra Shukla. The only difference is that was the 5th day, Chaitra Shukla Panchama. आज है, उससे पहले चैत्र शुरू नहीं हुआ है. That is 7 days from now. But a lot of things match in what we have. Dr. Satish Prakash and just now Acharya Hari ji stressed on Kranavanto Vishwamaryam and everyone else. Question is, what makes Arya Samaj so alive and vibrant on this earth? Do we have a particular person who is the in charge here, boss? Without any mahant, without any particular dogma, just on the very solid Vedic principles, Arya Samaj is alive. When there was a Kashi Shastrarth, Swamiji was able to win basic on his strength of Vedic principle. That is in the 32nd chapter of Yajurveda, the third mantra, Natasya Pratima Asti Yasya Mahayashe. वो परमपिता परमात्मा की उसकी प्रतिमा नहीं है. That is in the second principle of Arya Samaj we have. The question then is, why we have not been so vibrant in terms of numbers? For a success, you need a vivek. That means you have to know what you're doing, which we do. Abhyas, which we are doing. What is missing here is detachment, vairagya. A lot of us, like in any human endeavor, we get attached, ego, and it keeps feeding the frenzy. So again, everyone's message is to get away from that and keep on, especially with this Zoom, to move ahead. A lot of reformers have been there. Some were political, some were religion, some were social. Swamiji clearly felt, has been stressed, that it is the personal development following yam and niyam, following the Vedic principles by improving yourself, the family, the society, and the world as a whole, the social, the whole religious boundaries, the wars, the depression, the suicide, all this jealousy, greed. So it has to be fixed at a very grassroots level, as Dr. Satish ji has very firmly, very well put. So that is our message. Let's keep working on it. He did everything he could to remove the ills of the society painlessly. He felt so much pain in what was going on. So with that message of Kranvanto Vishwamaryam, this is my message. Again, sabko sadar namaste, and let's keep moving ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
We have another.
I think there are 2 more items from Om Temple.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Could we see who is going to be presenting, their name, and we can
These
just
2
contact them?
children.
How are they logged in? Their name?
Children ready.
If you
Are
can
the
raise your
children
hand,
ready to
please.
present?
I think we should go ahead with the next program, and then we'll bring them in as they are ready. Kindly go ahead with the next presenter.
Okay, we thank everyone for still staying on. We have a few items left, so we thank you for our patience. I know that we have gone a little over on the program right now. So everybody who is left, please try to keep it as concise as possible, if possible at all. We will next ask Dr. Jatinder Sethi from Vedic Samaj of New Jersey to present your item, please.
Om yajagrito duramudeti daivam tada supta satathaivaiti durangamam jyoti sham jyoti rekam tanme mana shiva sankalpamastu. Namaste, बहन और भाइयों. There's a lot to share, but I'll be very brief. Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati founded Arya Samaj in Bombay in 1875 on the basis of 10 principles of universalism and Krivanto Vishwa Aryam. To carry out Maharishi's mission, we are making good progress, but we have a lot of work to do. The Arya Sabha America and the dynamic duo, Bhuvnesh ji and Vishnu ji, are determined to make it happen. Arya Sabha, however, needs our involvement, our support, and our ideas. Equally important, at our local level, we have an ongoing challenge. The challenge is to retain and increase the membership of our Arya Samaj. For that, I believe it is critical to bring in young families as Samaj members. An effective way is to pass the baton to the second generation. Let us empower them and guide them to lead our mission. Our long-term vision needs to create and engage the third generation as well. We do see it happening. However, we need more. Vedic Sanskrit school has been playing a big role to attract children and teenagers and imparting Vedic values on these young, bright minds. Vedic Samaj plans to come on board soon. Now, a few words about Vedic Samaj of New Jersey. Briefly, we started in conducting Samaj Havan's prayers in homes for many years, and later have been in a rental church. Vedic Samaj formally was established in 2017 with 501c3 status. Vedic Samaj has now in place a young, vibrant executive committee, a second generation in place. The executive committee has been doing a great job in executing our regular weekly Havans on Facebook pages and the bi-weekly Sandhyavali Bhajan programs. The monthly Havans on Zoom throughout the year have been going flawless. Vedic Samaj is preparing a third generation as well. Arushi and brother Aryaman Arora, the two teenagers, with the help from their mother, Anita Arora, have initiated a Vedic Samaj youth group program. Our initiative of Hindi classes for children is making good progress. Anya Goel, just 12 years old, last Saturday, performed complete Sandhya and Agnihotra on Vedic Samaj Facebook page. Please watch it when you can. So Vedic Samaj is making progress. And my message today to my fellow Aryans is that let's all work in concert to carry out and fulfill the mission of Maharishi, which was started in 1875. And now I will have our Anya to sing a bhajan. Anya, maybe she can be spotted. Bhuvnesh ji.
Anya, you are muted.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me?
Unmute, please. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Namaste all. My name is Anya Goyal and I am from the Vedic Samaj of New Jersey. Today, I will be singing a bhajan for the Almighty God. मिलता है सच्चा सुख केवल भगवान तुम्हारे चरणों में है विनती यही पल पल छिन छिन रहे ध्यान तुम्हारे चरणों में चाहे बैरी सब संसार बने चाहे जीवन मुझ पर भार पड़े चाहे मौत गले का हार बने रहे ध्यान तुम्हारे चरणों में चाहे अग्नि में मुझे जलना हो चाहे कांटों पर मुझे चलना हो चाहे छोड़ के देश निकलना हो रहे ध्यान तुम्हारे चरणों में चाहे संकट ने मुझे घेरा हो चाहे चारों ओर अंधेरा हो पर मन नहीं डगमग मेरा हो रहे ध्यान तुम्हारे चरणों में जीवा पर तेरा नाम रहे तेरा ध्यान सुबह और शाम रहे तेरी यादों तो अंधो याम रहे ध्यान तुम्हारे चरणों में मिलता है सच्चा सुख केवल भगवान तुम्हारे चरणों में भगवान तुम्हारे चरणों में Thank you.
Thank you. That was such a beautiful item. We will now ask the youths of Om Temple to present. First, we will ask dear Arya, if you can unmute your mic and present.
Start. Namaste. मैं 5 years old हूँ और मेरा नाम dear Arya है और मैं जैसी सिटी में रहता और मैं मंत्र सुनाऊंगा ओम विश्वानि देव सवितरु तानि पराशुभे ब्रह्म तम आसुवा अब त्र्यंबकम सुनाऊंगा ओम त्र्यंबकम यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् अब मैं सुनाऊंगा सबका भला करो भगवान सबका भला करो भगवान सबका दया सब पर दया करो भगवान सब पर कृपा करो भगवान सबका सब विधि हो कल्याण Thank you.
That was excellent. Thank you so much. We have one more item from Om Temple from the youths. We'll ask Ronak Punjani to present.
You need to unmute yourself.
Okay. Om Vishwani Deva Savita
Duritani Parasuva Yadvatram Thana Asuva Krinvanto Vishwa Aram Krinvanto Vishwam Arya. Make the universe noble. Make the universe.
Thank you. That was so awesome. Thank you so much. Is that the end of the item from Ronak, or was there more? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we will have an item from Long Island Samaj. After this, we only have 2 more items left. So we'll ask Veer Mukhi to present from Long Island Arya Samaj, after which we will have Sanjeev Goyal from Arya Samaj, New Jersey, and Bonesh Khosla from the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha. So Veer Mukhi, thank you.
Om. Om Sutata Maya Varda Vedvata Prachodayanta Pavani Dvijanam Ayu Pranam Prajam Pasham Kirtim Dravinam Brahmavarchasam Mayam Dadva Vrajat Brahmalokam. I, on behalf of Arya Samaj of Long Island, bring you greetings on this Foundation Day and congratulate all of those who have attended this and who have been participating for years together. It is a beautiful avenue available to us through United Arya Samaj Federation, and we are glad that this year Arya Pratinidhi Sabha has joined us to make it little better. So thank you to Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, especially Bhuvneshji and Vishrut. With this, I will only say that we have heard from Dr. Satish Prakash, Dr. Gupta, and also from Acharya Hari ji in a very powerful way. And they have already told us what we have to do. Now it's up to us that if we can propagate the mission set up by Swami Dayanand in front of us, giving us the niyams, and also he gave back us the Vedas. Let us follow that and take it to the general masses so that we can educate them. That's what the main message was from Dr. Satish Prakash. We have to educate ourselves and also educate the general masses so that they can get associated and take benefit of the noble cause which was set up by the Swami Dayanand. So I request all of you, those who are members of the Arya Samaj, they go out and bring more people to join the Arya Samaj so that it is strengthened and we fulfill the wishes and also the goals which have been set up by our leaders. With this, once again, I congratulate you and congratulate Ban Satti and Ban Devi for keeping us united in tri-state, as well as now we are globally united. So we are happy with that. With this, I thank you, all of you, and once again give you greetings. Thank you. Om, Om.
Thank you so much, Veer Mukhi ji, for your message from the Long Island Samaj. Before we move to our next item, who will be presenting, which will be the president of Arya Samaj New Jersey, Sanjeev Goyal ji, I'd like to announce that the Arya Spiritual Center will also be having a program this evening starting at 6:30 p.m. to honor the 146th Arya Samaj Foundation. for additional information can be found on Facebook. I believe this will also be on Facebook Live. Next, we'll have then the president from Arya Samaj, New Jersey, Sanjeev Goyalji, if you can please present, after which we will have Bonesh Kosa from Arya Pratinidhi Sabha. Thank you.
Namaste. On behalf of Arya Samaj of New Jersey, greetings to all on this Arya Samaj Foundation Day and for the new Vedic Hindu year. It was a pleasure to attend, participate in the Havan conducted by Pandit Shamaruji and Pandit Ramanji, and also to attend the inspiring talk by Dr. Satish Prakash, Acharya Hari and other distinguished Aryagan. And I see the same message, more or less, asking that we should make, this is a very important, our Vedic teachings are very relevant in today's Samaj, not only Hindu Samaj, but for the whole world. And we have to bring this message to everybody and encourage the young families in this fold and take these teachings to them. So I will focus in next 2-3 minutes, whatever I have, on the execution part, not on the message part, which we all know. So basically what I will share in Arya Samaj of New Jersey is doing, and what are our challenges, which I'm pretty sure are the challenges of all of us, and how we are addressing that. And maybe it will be helpful to all, and maybe we'll learn more and get more inputs and suggestions from you to take this message across. So the Arya Samaj of New Jersey was founded in 1982. So we are on our now 40th year. And at any time, we have around 50-60 active families who are associated with the Samaj. We, like most of our Samaj, we do a weekly satsang every Sunday, which has Havan, bhajan, and talk on some relevant topics. Then also we have other classes for young members and also for adults on classical dance, music, yoga, Hindi classes, art. And also we are associated with Vedic Sanskriti school. So we try to cover all aspects of Vedic teachings and our cultural heritage. We also have a youth group, which basically essentially gives a platform to our youth and it is quite interactive sessions we conduct where we talk about the Vedic teachings or teachings from our scriptures. And also it gives a platform to them to interact with whatever challenges and questions they have when they are out in the society of being a Hindu. So, and we have also, to communicate better, we have recently launched Arya Patrika. We do all the celebrations, major celebration, Holi, Diwali. So all this was in person, used to be in person, but right now everything, we are still doing it, but in virtual. So this is in short what we are doing right now. Now we have, I put the current challenges which Arya Samaj has, and are three, if I put it right like that. One is to bring as Dr. Satish Prakash said, that to bring the young families to Arya Samaj to make them aware of the Vedic teachings. Because what right now we all are is as a platform for all those who already are aware of Arya Samaj or I have imbibed the principles of Arya Samaj. Now I have to bring the new people, young people. So that is one challenge. Second challenge is, and especially in the US and or outside of India, to get our people connected to our roots, our Vedic roots, our Sanskriti, our culture. So that is another challenge. And the third is a current challenge, which is COVID. So we can't meet in person. So looking into these three challenges, what we are trying to do in Arya Samaj of New Jersey is we are converting this COVID challenge as an opportunity and bringing some online and virtual programs. Like we have done the art program, like making people aware of our art, or we have recently did a heritage city tour. So we are bringing the cultural heritage for the people even outside the Arya Samaj of New Jersey virtually, so they can sit back, get connected, which we cannot physically, so that challenge is met. Bring the new people who may not be so aware or attracted with the Vedic teachings, but bringing our rich cultural heritage, other heritage like tours, city, or our arts and other things, and that way bringing them to our Arya Samaj, and then expose them to our Vedic teachings and all. We are also addressing the current issues which are relevant to Vedic Hindus, because I think Arya Samaj has a history of being part of all these new movements. So we are trying to make the rest of the community aware of our issues. So these are the certain things which we in Arya Samaj of New Jersey we are taking to bring more young people in our fold. We are seeing we started in the last few months, 2-3 months to be precise, and we are seeing more interest among the people or the Hindu community to get connected to the Arya Samaj. So that's what I would like to share here with you all. Namaste.
Thank you so much, and namaste. I apologize for the noise in the background. As we know, we all have to staff a little on Zoom, and we're taking over our pets' areas more than our own homes. Next, we will ask, before we ask Ganesh Khalsa from Arya Pratinidhi Sabha to present his greetings, I can ask for Auntie Lalita or Uncle Kishan Narayan to make a quick announcement, if possible, or would you like to go after? Maybe we'll ask you to go after then, if we can.
By Krishan, go ahead. You have to unmute. There you go.
Okay, I'm on. Okay, namaste all. Earlier today I was informed that the vaccine will be available at Aqueduct. They have a lot of vaccine available tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday. For the people in Queens, it's important. So those of you who would like to have the vaccine, please call me, because I have to get some information from you, and somebody, Jamie's brother, going to register you to have the vaccine. So call me later. My number is 914-343-5435, and I'll need some your information, and I will forward it to Jamie's brother. And as I said, he will register you and give you a time. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, and thank you so much for that vital information. To repeat, if there's anyone still pending getting a vaccine or having issues finding an appointment, you can reach out to Uncle Krishan from the Maharishi Dayanand Gurukul. Like he said, there are many appointments available right now at the Aqueduct in Queens, but I'm sure a lot of the other state sites as well. As we're coming to the end of the program, we will ask Ganesh Khalsa from Arya Pratinidhi Sabha to give some greetings. Before we ask him to join, we would like to thank the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha specifically for organizing and helping to put together this entire program. At one point, there were over 185, close to 190 participants, maybe even more. Maybe we got closer to 200. And it's not an easy feat to get so many people online on Zoom. So we thank you all for joining as well with your virtual Havan Kunz. It was very nice to see everyone. I'll pass it over to Ganesh Khalsa from Arya Pratinidhi Sabha. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Ben Nadeji, for that warm introduction. On behalf of Arya Pratinidhi Sabha America, I wish you all the very best greetings on the 146th anniversary of Arya Samaj Foundation, and a very happy upcoming Hindu Vedic New Year. Generally, this has been a very challenging year for everybody. Kudos to all the leaders, all the volunteers, all the Vedic organization and Arya Samajs, not just in tri-state, but all over the world, in keeping the mission of Arya Samaj alive, even through these challenging times. We would generally be meeting at the spiritual center grounds, and we are missing a very important person, our late Acharya Hari, Pandit Ramlal ji. Personally, He was a guide, and he always showered his blessings every time I would meet him. So I pay my humble tributes to Pandit Ramnaji. As my father alluded earlier, all these great leaders, including Dr. Satish Prakash ji, Pandit Ramlal ji, Shri Amar Ari ji, Behan Devi ji, Behan Sati ji, Dr. Ramesh Gupta ji, Dr. Rajendra Gandhi ji, and many unknown, uncounted names came together approximately 30 years ago to join a vision to form Arya Sabha America. It happened to be in April as well. The goal was one, to nurture Ved Prachar activities, to unite the Arya Samajs and various Vedic organizations. Today, we stand together in whichever way we can help. We are thankful for your continued support, unconditional support. We're thankful for your active participation. And as Dr. Jitendra Sethi said, we welcome your new ideas on how we can carry forward this mission of Arya Samaj into the next 50 to 100 years. I'm thankful to Behan Devi ji, Behan Sati ji for organizing the USAF and the Tri-State Arya Samaj leaders to continue to celebrate even in these challenging times. On behalf of Arya Sabha America, I request your humble presence, virtual presence, on October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for our Arya Mahasammed. As you all know, we generally meet in person. Last November, we had the very first Arya Mahasammedan. The committee, in discussions with the local hosting committee, because we were supposed to be back in North Carolina, we all felt for everybody's safety. For 2021, for the 31st Arya Mahasammedan, we will also be virtual. So please mark your calendars, October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2021. I request, humble request, for your active participation and attendance. And please take those two words very, very seriously. They come from bottom of our hearts: active participation and active attendance. Then only that with this strength, we can certainly carry forward the mission of Arya Samaj. Thank you all for the opportunity to speak. Bahut bahut dhanyawad. Namaste.
Namaste, and thank you so much. That was the president of the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha. Next, we will ask the secretary of the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha to give us some closing mantras. That is Shri Vishwatri. If we can ask you to unmute. Thank you so much for joining this afternoon, and thank you all for being patient with us, as I know we've gone a little over time, but it was a beautiful program. Thank you all.
Can you all hear me well?
Ji.
My humble namaste to all Acharyajis and elders and everyone else. Thank you for your participation. Enough has been said by our distinguished scholars and elderly. Couple of things I will add very quickly. I want to ask a question. What is the distinctness of an Arya? एक आर्य की पहचान क्या है, वो क्यों जाना जाता है? 5 सेकंड में सोच लीजिए. The distinctness of an Arya is his character. आर्य का जो जीवन होता है वो इतना यूनिक होता है कि आर्य यदि खड़ा हो जाए कहीं पर तो इवन कोर्ट में भी उसकी गवाहियां मान्य होती थी. In past time, I hear the stories that if there is a discussion in the court, the judges will allow the gavahi of an Arya to be a truth. Itna hamara character tha. That is how the spirit and the contribution and the progress of Arya Samaj is 90 degrees steep when Arya Samaj started. And I think whatever our preachers have said, whatever our elders have said, the key to that again is our character. हम सुधरेंगे, जग सुधरेगा, हम बदलेंगे, जग बदलेगा. कुंवर सुखलाल आर्य मुसाफिर की पंक्तियां मुझे याद आती हैं. He used to sing, बनो आर्य खुद और जहां को बना दो, जो कहते हो दुनिया को करके दिखा दो. प्रभु एक है, वेद है उसकी वाणी, ये संदेश स्वामी का घर घर सुना दो. So he's saying that whatever you are, whatever you say, be that person and then go out and make the universe noble. So nobility is to start within, is my humble request. And the two keys, if we want to take the message and we talk of execution, if we talk of only two keys, दो कुंजियां जो हमें आर्य बनाने में सहायता करती हैं, they come from यम and नियम. हर आर्य के जीवन में, every आर्य, if they imbibe or at least start the path of imbibing these yam and niyam, I'm sure we can be great example for everyone in the world. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, 5 yam, and niyam, Shauch, Santosh, Tapa, Swadhyay, Ishwar Pranidhan. If we make these two as the key, yam and niyam, all the path, whichever we want to go, it has to go through this route. If we do not have yam and niyam, we can talk of being Arya, but we cannot become Arya. I was talking to late Dr. Dharamveer ji a few years back when he visited us. He was a great scholar and he was a great missionary of the Arya Samaj. And I asked him, Acharya ji, what is the key of your way of working for Arya Samaj, or how, as an individual, how can I help promote the Arya Samaj? And I'll say it in Hindi. He says, सिद्धांत पर दृढ़ रहो और व्यक्ति पर उदार रहो. Be very strong on the principle, but be very soft and harmonious to the humans or individuals. So we never stay away from the principle, but when we behave with each other, when we interact with each other, it is with utmost harmony and love. The way we will interact with our children. So these two keys or three keys, if we can pick. पहला, यम नियम, हमें अपने अंदर हम आर्य बने, स्वयं नोबल बने. और फिर जो मैंने बताया कि सिद्धांत पर दृढ़ और व्यक्ति के प्रति उदार, इस की को अपना करके, I think we all can move forward in the mission of Arya Samaj. As we repeatedly say, even in North America, there are many states where the Arya Samaj presence is minimal. I invite all of you to join the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha America to lead that initiative, to see how together we can make sure that the presence of Arya Samaj is strengthened across North America in all the states. वहां पर हमें कैसे करना है, क्या करना है, any ideas that you have are most welcome. It will come with the utmost harmony. It will come with the love and respect. It will come with keeping the goal ahead of individualities. And that is where we call upon everyone, elders for their blessings and guidance, our peers to come forward to make the teams and to execute the ideas, and the next generation to learn and participate. So please consider how you can be part of that, how you want us to be part of that. And Arya Pratinidhi Sabha America is always available to collaborate, cooperate, support, lead, guide, serve, whichever way you call it. We are there to take this mission of Arya Samaj forward. We thank all the elders, all the acharyas for their blessings and guidance, all the peers for their support, and all the kids for their love and participation. I'm going to call that we will chant the hymns of harmony together. I will chant, you can be unmuted, but you can still chant. Sangathan Sukta, Rigved ka Sangathan Sukta, that remind us to remain harmonious all the time while taking the actions forward. He Prabho var dijiye, धारण करें संतोष हम, दूसरों के गुण निहारें और अपने दोष हम, हे प्रभो वर दीजिए. Now I'm going to start chanting the Sangathan Sukta along with the meaning, and we all, if we remember the meanings, please do contemplate the meaning and pledge that we will together try to stay harmonious, act harmoniously. Our goals will be same, and we will move forward together. Om sam samidyuvase vrishannagne vishwanyarya a idaspade samidhyase sano vasunya bhara. हे प्रभो तुम शक्तिशाली हो, बनाते सृष्टि को, वेद सब गाते तुम्हें हैं, कीजिए धन वृष्टि को. ओम संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं संवो मनांसि जानताम्, देवा भागं यथा पूर्वे संजानाना उपासते. प्रेम से मिलकर चलो, बोलो सभी ज्ञानी बनो, पूर्वजों की भांति तुम कर्तव्य के मानी बनो. ओम समानो मंत्रः समितिः समानि, समानं मनः सह चित्तमेषाम्, समानं मन्त्रमभिमन्त्रयेवः, समानेन वो हविषा जुहोमि. हो विचार समान सबके, चित्त मन सब एक हो, ज्ञान देता हूँ बराबर, भोग्य पा सब नेक हो. ओम समानी व आकुतिः समाना हृदयानि वः, समानमस्तु वो मनो यथा वह सुसहासति. हो सभी के दिल तथा संकल्प अविरोधी सदा, मन भरे हो प्रेम से, जिससे बढ़े सुख संपदा. शांति पाठ, हिम्स ऑफ पीस. ओम द्यौः शांतिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम. जो बोले सो अभय, वैदिक धर्म की जय. मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम श्री रामचंद्र जी की जय. योगेश्वर श्री कृष्णचंद्र महाराज की जय. गुरुवर स्वामी विवेकानंद सरस्वती की जय. महर्षि स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती की जय. संसार के सभी श्रेष्ठ महापुरुषों की जय. संसार की सभी विदुषी देवियों की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. आर्य समाज अमर रहे, वेद की ज्योति जलती रहे, ओम का झंडा ऊंचा रहे. वैदिक ध्वनि. ओम वैदिक अभिवादन सभी को सादर नमस्ते जी।
Namaste.
Namaste. Once again, on behalf of the United Arya Samaj Federation, I thank all of you for your participation, your contributions, and hope that this message will grow when we meet next year again. We will double the number at one point. I know we were almost 192, then it went to 200, and then it fluctuated back. But that's a grand attendance that we've had. It felt connected. Let's send the vibrations and the energy as the messages will, as the messages of our leaders keep leading us forward. Anyone else here would like to bring, say, a few minutes here for anyone that would like to bring a wishes from the community that's not listed on the, is there anyone that would like to say a few words?
Well, I would like to extend our gratitude to Sanjeev for monitoring the Zoom so many different times, and Vaneshji for facilitating the program, and all the participants who have contributed and make this program a success. And hopefully we can do this year after year. And maybe next year we can have it to the ground. And thank you all once again.
Thank you. Bhai Mukunji, glad you're here with us. Pandit Hansrajji, I'm seeing all these names. Bahan Jasodra ji from Canada joined us. She is one of our most elderly Mahila from Guyana, and I'm so glad that you joined us. It's a blessing for all of us as we grow and progress to follow in your footsteps. Pandit Mukunji, would you like to send a quick?
You say something.
Keep
this something. Thank you.
हाँ बस
ठीक है ये क्या चाहिए छोड़ यही
मैं बोल रहा हूँ नहीं बोलेंगे
है
Pandit Mukund, are you on? Okay. At this time, I'm looking at the our participation list, and I'm seeing names: Anand Bindapasad, Almel from Canada, Abhi Chand, Babita's iPhone, Chaitram. All, I think Chaitram is Didi Ahelia. Thank you, Didi Ahelia, for staying on with us. Lata, Mahesh, Maitriya Manchuri, Pandit Ramesh Chandrapal from Canada, Ben Savita Mukhi, Ben Savita, Sarom Chandi Singh, Vikrant Ahuja, Vishnu. Among all the names that stayed on here to the end, again, Tribhuvan Sadhu Ji by Tulsi Christini, U68CL, Vikram Ahuja, Aja, and Aji from Orlando, and all the people who were here with us and decided to move on as we run a little over time. Thank you. Without an audience, a program is short of success. So thank you again for making a grand audience. Didi Jasodra, would you say 2 words quick?
Benji, can I say something? I forgot to thank everybody for acknowledging the Arya Samaj of Connecticut. Thank you again.
Most welcome. Didi Jasodra,
Namaste.
Always Panditas from Guyana.
Namaste, Bahanji.
Namaste.
I want to say congratulations. We had a real, beautiful program. So much to learn from these programs. I remember the first Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, we went to Michigan, and I remember some of the members there. And God bless everybody. God bless you for taking the program to the end. And so many people, I was surprised when I checked the number. I saw 200 people. I said, oh my gosh, never mind the Zoom, never mind the COVID, but we're here together. Thank you, namaste.
Thank you for a few kind
God bless.
Anyone else before we press that end button? Just giving an opportunity. Okay, bye, Kushan.
Yeah, इधर से मैंने off कर दिए.
Okay, I just want to remind everybody about the Dr. Satish 9-week course started yesterday on Sandhya and the Sanskar. So if you like to join, it's a certificate program. If you like to join, please contact him because we started the first session yesterday. So there is 8 more to go, and it's every Friday from 6 to 7.
Okay, I'm seeing, thank you very much, as some of us here are part of that program, and it started yesterday, and I think it will be a very rewarding thing for all of us.
Yes,
for
it's very
our
good.
overall understanding and knowledge base. I see Pandit Hansraj Prasad. Would you like to say? Pandit Hansraj ji? Okay.
Okay, namaste. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. Okay, namaste to each and every one. I must say I've been fortunate to be on the program today. I want to say it was a great program with so many great messages. What we need to do is the messages, we need to take the message that our leaders has given us and put it into action. So again, my best wishes to especially all the persons who were responsible for bringing this program to such a success. And I must say thank you again and for giving me this opportunity just to say a few words. I know we are in the closing now. Thank you.
Yes, Pandit Hansraj, you're joining us from Trinidad, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
Very well. I see we had by Sudhir Anandji, who is a great author on works of the Vedas. Currently, he has a book that's being put through the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, which I have one myself, and I find that very, very inspiring for the next generation, my grandchildren to come and all of that. So I'll give you a few minutes here too, if you'd like to share something. Sudhirji.
Dr. Satish, you're muted. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I didn't come prepared for anything to say. I think it's a great thing you have done today. I just want you to know, and I want to congratulate everybody who participated. I've been in and out a little bit during the time. Usually I have some commitments Saturday morning, but I'm really delighted. I think I started pretty much at my 8 o'clock, your 11 o'clock, and I really am very impressed all what has been done. I really enjoyed the lecture both Satish Prakash ji gave and Acharya Hari ji gave. So I really enjoyed both of them a lot.
Very well.
But thank you for the whole organization, and I want to thank you and congratulate you.
Thank you
for putting up this great, meeting.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to share a sentiment or two that I have not called on? This is your opportunity before we end it. We're already going over time, so 5 or 10 minutes wouldn't, just raise your hand and, okay.